It's Katie Lee, and this is Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast, a replay of today's full show. Z103, it's Katie Lee. Guess what? I didn't know that this was an entire week that's dedicated to our pets. It's National Pet Week. And it's Wednesday already. I could have been celebrating my dog these past 2 days. But I mean, it's better late than never. So if you got a pet, dog, cat, hamster, parrot, I don't know, make sure you celebrate them this week. Honestly, you should be celebrating them every day because they have to deal with us. I mean, we have to deal with them, yes, but they have to deal with us, which is a lot harder than you think it is. So anyway, celebrate your pet. You absolutely know that I'm going to celebrate Nick. So I think me and her are going to go walk down on the river tonight. So if you see us, say hi. Z103, it's Katie Lee, and I've got your 2 o'clock tea for you today. This one, I'm so freaking excited. Like, I almost screamed my lungs out because I saw this. Practical Magic 2 starring Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock. It's coming out fall of 2026. I mean, I'm a little bummed we're not going to get it this year. We got to wait till next year, but I don't care. I'm so excited for it. We have the director of 10 Things I Hate About You. They're developing a sequel, and all I got to say on that one is please don't. We don't need a sequel to that one. David Spade turned down a pitch for Tommy Boy 2, and it would have been about the children of his and Chris Farley's characters, but he didn't want to do it without Chris. And honestly, props to him. Absolutely. I love that. Let's see. Lego is releasing a Black Dahlia flower set inspired by Wednesday. That sounds about, that's fitting. Fans have been waiting forever, literally forever, for Rihanna's new album. And she would like you to know that her latest pregnancy will not cause any delays. Thank goodness. And Kanye West stormed out of an interview with Piers Morgan after just a few minutes. That one, I kind of want to see that. Halsey, I talked about this yesterday. Halsey has a new song coming out Friday with Amy Lee from Evanescence. It's called Hands That Feed, and it was written for the John Wick spinoff Ballerina. I heard a little bit of it yesterday. It sounds so good. I'm so excited for it. And SZA says that she owes Beyonce money for some samples, but Beyonce has never made her pay up. That's cool. Anyways, that's your 2 o'clock tea here on Z103. I don't even know how this is real, but the U.S. News and World Report released its annual rankings of the best states based on things like education and the economy. Man, they're about to get a rude awakening. So number 1 is Utah. Utah is the best. Number 1. And Louisiana is the worst. But guess what? So I think it was, where'd it go? New Hampshire is second, but then Idaho is third. How did we make it? Aren't we like 48th out of 50 states in education or something else? I don't know, but I just want to know how we made that list to the top, or made it to number 3 out of the best. But yeah, Louisiana being the worst is not that surprising. Z103, it's Katie Lee. Found this story over at eastidahonews.com. So there are changes coming to the old Big Lots building in Idaho Falls. So less than a year after filing for bankruptcy, Big Lots has sold another round of their stores, and Tractor Supply has actually scooped up 19 of them nationwide, including the one over 17th Street in Idaho Falls. And so they say that, or Tractor Supply says that the former Big Lots spots are perfect for their customers. And honestly, as somebody that, the family drives the trailers and everything up to the ranch, it's not a bad parking lot to pull in, run in and grab what you need. And honestly, Tractor Supply was one of my favorites. Anyways, so there's already stores in Driggs, Pocatello, and Salmon. So this new one in Idaho Falls is going to be expanding their presence in eastern Idaho. And honestly, I'm kind of excited for that because they have those Christmas cows that I've been wanting for the past couple of years, and the Halloween cows. Or maybe they're the Halloween chickens. I don't know. Anyways, I'm excited for it. So if you want the full story, head over to eastidahonews.com. I don't know how I feel about this yet. So Oreo is giving away 1,000 packages of their limited edition Cherry Blossom Matcha Oreo Thins. I mean, you have to enter on their website by Friday, but are we going to be able to get these? I mean, can we go buy them? Because honestly, they kind of look good. And I'm not a fan of like fruity things in my Oreos, but this doesn't sound terrible. Z103, it's Katie Lee. I'm laughing at this. First of all, it's still crazy to me that kids these days have access to Google. I mean, I did too when I was younger and we could figure out how to use it. Because remember, we're the generation that grew up with technology, or as it became a thing. So we didn't really have the opportunity like the kids these days do. So Google just spilled the tea on what kids are asking about adults. And all I got to say is, wow, okay. So some of these top questions, why are adults so mean? Why are adults obsessed with Disney? Hey, you know what? Disney's awesome, thank you. And then the other one is, why are adults so tired? Because have you seen the world right now? That is why. Anyways, there's also, why are adults always late to trends? Okay. We don't need to do this. And I guess the best one of this is, why are adults always unreasonable? Because you guys are all, the kids these days, like, okay, I literally was watching a 12-year-old doing a makeup tutorial on TikTok, and I'm just like, when I was that age, I didn't know, I didn't have makeup. I maybe put on like 2 inches of eyeliner, not actually. And then everything that they want these days, like the shoes, their clothes, like $600 worth. And I'm just like, I went to DI. Like, anyways, East Idaho kids, you are the best. But guess what? Adults are tired. And I'm sorry, but it is very true. But guess what? East Idaho kids, I still love you. You guys are unique. You guys are different from the others, okay? We're just going to stick with that. You guys are the better ones. East Idaho kids. And you know it too. All right, my friends, we're trying something new out today. This is the place where you can confess. You know, I know we've all got something on our minds, something on our chests. And so, with that, if you would like to confess anything and everything to us, this is where you can do it, because guess what? It's anonymous. So today's confession I'm about to read to you. Somebody sent us, I'm in love with my best friend and he has no idea. Oh, girl. Okay. He's so perfect and I love every detail about him. I truly believe he's my person and I desperately want to tell him, but I'm so scared. He's my everything. I want nothing more than to call him mine. I could get lost in his eyes all day. When I'm with him, I feel so seen and wanted. He's my whole world. Girl or guy or they. You know what? You need to go and tell them, because I know it might ruin your friendship, but at the same time, what if it was literally the best thing you do in your life? Just saying. You're never going to know if you don't try it. I posted this reel on our Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So if you want to just like nonchalantly send him that reel, highly suggest you do. Just be like, hey, look what Z103 posted. Wow, crazy. Get the hints going. Start on those hints. I don't know. All right, East Idaho, if you got something to confess, go and do it through the link. It is in our app, on our social media, in our bios. You can go and do it, or you can simply DM us through any of the social media. Guess what? It is all anonymous. Nobody's going to know who you are. Nobody's ever going to know who you are. Just send us a confession. I know everybody's got something that they want to get off their chest. Just don't air out all your dirty laundry. Stinky socks are welcome. Low-key, I'm kind of bummed because I can't ride my motorcycle today because I have to go and get a bag of dog food for Nix. The only thing about it, I'm just like, could I figure out how to strap on a bag of dog food on my motorcycle? Part of me is just like, yeah, you could totally do it. Just get some straps and you're call it good. But other part of me is just like, that's going to look really stupid on my motorcycle. Katie hauling a bag of dog food. But the other part of me is just like, yeah, we got to go get some ice cream after work too. So we're just going to not ride tonight. And I'm kind of bummed about it. Z103, it's Katie Lee. I've got your unlicensed therapy session. Now back. All right. Today we're talking about the 3-month rule in dating. The first few weeks of talking to somebody, you know, it's exciting. It's basically like the honeymoon phase, okay? You got the flirty text. You got basically you're just always talking to each other, always trying to do something, and it's constant. But if you really want to know if it's going to go anywhere, make sure you do the 3-month rule, okay? Why 3? Well, usually that's when it all comes out. The effort either stays consistent or it fades. The red flags or the green ones, they really start to show, and that's really obvious. You know, you stop imagining who they could be and start seeing who they really are. And it's not really about playing games or setting timers. It's just, you know, reminding that everything reveals itself in like a few dates. So with that, don't get too excited, I guess. Take your time, pay attention, and then trust the 3-month rule because it's going to show you. And, if they're still showing up and still being intentional, still making you feel seen and excited, then that is your sign. Idaho's #1 hit music channel, Z103, it's Katie Lee. I know how a lot of people feel about ChatGPT and AI, and I totally understand it, but I love ChatGPT. I use it for a lot of things. Like yesterday, I used it to help me landscape my yard. So what I did is I took a picture of my yard and I'm just like, hey, can you give me simple and low maintenance landscaping ideas for my yard? And honestly, the ideas that it gave me blew me out of the water. Like, it is so simple, but it's literally perfect. I'm probably going to do exactly what ChatGPT sent me. And it made my house look so nice. My house is basically, it's really sketchy looking. The outside. Inside looks great. Outside is very sketchy looking. But ChatGPT literally gave me the perfect ideas that I needed from a yard because I cannot visualize what my yard needs to look like. There's a lot of things in my life that I can visualize and create. I'm a creative person, but yard stuff, not so much. I like yard work, just can't figure out how I need to get it all looking good. So if you are also struggling with what you want to make your yard look like this year or landscaping or things like that, highly suggest you use ChatGPT. It is so freaking easy. Z103, it's Katie Lee. I've got your daily dummy for you today. 'Tis the season of tourists back in Yellowstone. Yeah, bears are out. Geysers are doing their thing. Tourists are getting launched by bison again. So we got a Florida man. He decided to test the laws of nature by getting a little too cozy with the giant buffalo. And obviously, the buffalo was just like, yeah, no, dude. Sent him flying. He's okay. Obviously, he got his pride trampled on. But, it's that time of year. If you're going to go to Yellowstone or, anybody that's going to Yellowstone, anybody that is just remember that if it can run faster than you, I'm sorry, but you're not going to make it. Don't go anywhere near it. If it weighs more than your car, don't go near it. Honestly, if it's in Yellowstone, just stay away. Stay in your car. Don't go anywhere near it. Just don't touch anything. Z103, it's Katie Lee. My friends, I am out of here for the day. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Y'all stay safe, stay legit, be awesome, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for listening to Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Katie Lee on Z103 is hosted by Katie Lee and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.